From the moment the curtain lifts, Wicked isn't just another musical adaptation, it's a puzzle, a mystery, and a reinvention all at once. Dorothy Gale has returned to the big screen, but something immediately catches the audience off guard. We never actually see her face, not once, not even a fleeting glimpse. The camera teases her silhouette, glimpses of her shoes, fleeting hands, the motion of her hair, but the face remains hidden. Fans were obsessed. Theories ran wild for months before release. Alicia Weir's TikTok reactions were analyzed frame by frame. Silver shoes spotted at the London premiere sent the internet into a frenzy, connecting back to Oz's original lore. Other names floated: Dove Cameron, Maddie Ziegler, even Taylor Swift, but all were speculation. When the film finally hit theaters, audiences got their answer. Bethany Weaver, a 30-year-old dancer and choreographer from Surrey, had played Dorothy all along. But knowing the performer didn't answer the bigger question, why keep Dorothy's face hidden? Insiders say it wasn't a fluke. The director made a deliberate choice to obscure her identity. Every shot, every angle, every lighting cue was meticulously designed to keep her an enigma. The story wanted Dorothy to feel like more than a character. It wanted her to feel like an idea, an archetype, an embodiment of hope and innocence projected onto the fantastical world of Oz. But the secrets don't stop there. Fans began noticing the Easter eggs hidden throughout the film: the silver shoes, the green glow in the background during certain emotional beats, subtle references to the original 1939 film in costume details, and even choreography cues lifted directly from Bethany's stage performances that mirrored iconic Oz moments. Each obscured glance of Dorothy became a storytelling tool. By hiding her face, the filmmakers forced the audience to focus on the world, on the witches, on the moral conflicts, rather than the celebrity playing her. Dorothy became our Dorothy. And here's the twist that explains everything. The choice to keep Dorothy's face hidden wasn't a technical limitation. It was a creative decision. John M. Chu and the filmmakers realized that showing her face would shift the audience's attention away from the story and the magical world they were building. Dorothy's identity had to feel universal, a vessel for the audience to project themselves into Oz. Chu explained that the performance wasn't about who Dorothy is, but what she represents: innocence, curiosity, and hope in a world full of color, chaos, and moral ambiguity. Bethany's training as a dancer and choreographer made her perfect for this. Every step, tilt of the head, and gesture was crafted to communicate emotion, intention, and personality without a single line or facial cue. Her body became the language of Dorothy's journey, telling audiences exactly how to feel about each moment. From the flutter of a hand as she twirls in a field of poppies, to the way she hesitates before stepping into the unknown, every movement was a storytelling beat. What's more, Chu revealed that multiple takes with her face visible were shot, but in post-production, they realized that obscuring her identity heightened the film's impact. By never showing her face, Dorothy became everyone's Dorothy, a symbol rather than a celebrity. It also created layers of mystery and discussion that have kept fans talking long after the credits rolled. In essence, Bethany wasn't just playing Dorothy. She embodied her in a way no actor could have, using movement and presence to make the audience feel Dorothy's emotions directly, rather than filtering them through recognition of a known performer. And that, more than anything, is why her face will never appear on screen, making this iteration of Dorothy both revolutionary and unforgettable. The director revealed that they had filmed extra footage clearly showing the actress, giving themselves plenty of flexibility during post-production. Yet, in the end, they chose to keep her hidden. The reason behind this decision is now something audiences have to experience for themselves. Every moment counts. One of the key factors lies in the legacy of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. While L. Frank Baum's original 1900 book is in the public domain, Warner Brothers still owns the rights to Judy Garland's iconic portrayal of Dorothy from the 1939 MGM film, including her clothes and the famous ruby slippers. These rights won't expire until 2035. Warner Brothers has been fiercely protective of every visual element from that movie. A landmark court case, Warner Brothers v. Avella, confirmed that any visual depictions created specifically for the 1939 film, Judy Garland's exact hairstyle, her blue gingham dress, even her facial features as Dorothy, are legally protected under copyright. This presented a unique challenge for Wicked. While the character of Dorothy exists in the public domain, the the production couldn't make her resemble Garland's version too closely without risking legal trouble. The safest solution, therefore, was to obscure her face, swap the ruby slippers for silver shoes, and keep her presence minimal. On top of the legal constraints, the filmmakers faced a creative challenge. Scenes showing Dorothy's face proved too distracting. Director Chu's team even filmed multiple versions of these scenes, carefully weighing how much of Dorothy could be shown. In the end, the combination of copyright considerations and narrative focus dictated a delicate balance that audiences now see play out on stage. Some footage even showed Bethany's face clearly, giving the filmmakers options. Yet during editing, something became strikingly obvious. Whenever Dorothy's face appeared on screen, the emotional focus of the scene shifted. Instead of following Elphaba and Glinda's journey, audiences instinctively began tracking Dorothy, studying her expressions, wondering what she was thinking, questioning whether she understood what was happening. By giving Dorothy a face, the filmmakers had inadvertently given her an identity that demanded attention, pulling viewers away from the two witches whose story was meant to take center stage. Every test screening that included Dorothy's face reinforced the same feedback. People wanted more Dorothy, more of her perspective, more of her story, but that wasn't what Wicked was about. The musical is a revisionist prequel exploring the complex backstory of the Wicked Witch of the West. It's a story about Elphaba and Glinda, their friendship, their choices, and their sacrifices. Dorothy, arriving from Kansas, is crucial to setting the final act in motion, but she is not the protagonist. From the very beginning, the Broadway show maintained this focus. Dorothy is heard off stage and only appears in silhouette during the bucket scene. That creative decision wasn't driven solely by copyright concerns. It was a deliberate storytelling choice. Director Chu explained, "I didn't want to step on who you think Dorothy is in whatever story you came into this with. Everyone has their own Dorothy. For most people, that's Judy Garland's performance from 1939. For some, it might be from the books." In keeping Dorothy enigmatic, Wicked ensured that Elphaba and Glinda remained at the heart of the story, letting the audience fully immerse themselves in the witch's world without distraction. For younger audiences, Dorothy might live on through Return to Oz or other adaptations. By keeping her face hidden, Chu allows every viewer to hold on to their own version of Dorothy. Cynthia Erivo fully supported this decision, recognizing its cleverness. Rather than forcing audiences to accept a new, definitive Dorothy, which could spark comparisons and distractions, the film preserves her as a universal figure while keeping the spotlight firmly on Elphaba and Glinda. Ariana Grande even admitted she enjoyed leaning into Glinda's subtle shadiness toward Dorothy, highlighting how the witch's story remained front and center. Ultimately, the decision to keep Dorothy's face hidden wasn't about just one concern. It was a carefully calculated choice that accomplished multiple goals at once, avoiding legal complications, preserving narrative focus, respecting audience expectations, and leaving room for creative possibilities in the future. By remaining a mysterious figure, Dorothy continues to be every audience member's Dorothy, while Elphaba and Glinda's story shines as it was always meant to.